Chinese pork and Cuban rice make the best combination, especially for a quick weeknight meal. That's a piece of pork butt. The colder you get it, the easier it is to handle. If you want to break out the machina, go ahead. But I can slice this and dice this in minutes, getting a far better texture than ground pork. The key is putting your pork in the freezer 30 minutes ahead. The colder this is, the easier this is. You're never getting this texture from ground pork off the shelf. A little baking soda will ensure that it's tender, and we're going to flavor it with chopped garlic and fermented black beans that you soaked ahead in hot water. I'm going to chop that together, further massaging my meat. Those fermented black beans have plenty of salt, but it needs a little white pepper, sugar, and my all-time favorite, Shaoxing cooking wine. Give that a good mix, you're 80% done. You can't have Cuban rice without sofrito, including onions and peppers. If I could get ajicitos, I'd be using those. In this case, we're using red and a little jalapeño. Tomato bouillon, giving us a little tomato flavor and salt, and of course garlic. You gotta have garlic. And to really do this Cuban style, we need cumin, oregano, and a bay leaf. Add your rinsed rice and your water. Keeping this cross-cultural, we're using sushi rice, calrose rice. If you want to keep it Cuban style, use long grain rice. Add your black beans, lid on, and hit your rice setting. Instapot's always 1-to-1 rice to water, no matter what kind of rice you use. We're using a cast iron pan and spreading that meat out and let it get all crispy on the bottom. Look at that. We want crispy bits like that everywhere. Smells like spare ribs in here. When you serve that up, a little cilantro on the rice, and some of that pork with green onions and sesame oil.
Well, that's just an array of flavors coming at you, isn't it?
Like they were made for one another.
I like that. Asian crispy bits on Cuban rice.
I love that.
It's like hamburger and rice on steroids. Crispy meat bits get you any day.
That's the way to go.
That's a good bowl of food.
Who the f wants plain white rice? The Cuban rice, though, with the Chinese pork? That's the way to go.
I love the crispy bits of meat.